Happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, November the 7th, 2022, and today's daily Bible readings come to us from, for the semi-continuous texts, Psalm 98, Zechariah 8, 1 through 17, and then John 5, 19 through 29. Or you could have read the complementary texts, which are Psalm 123, Job 25, 1 through chapter 26, 14, and then John 5, 19 through 29. I'm going to take a look at Zechariah and talk about the jealous God, because like I said, we are moving towards Christ the King Sunday and all the promises that come with that. And today in the text from Zechariah, we're talking about God being jealous. That's how it starts off. And this is written, this part of Zechariah is dated, he tells us this in chapter 7 actually, dated to the 4th year of King Darius. The book of Zechariah starts off in the 2nd year of King Darius. So who is Darius? It's Darius the Mede, or Darius the Persian. This is the guy, he's the Persian guy who took over after God got rid of the Babylonian king Belshazzar. So you remember a couple weeks ago, we talked about the writing being on the wall for that, like Nebuchadnezzar's son, good old Bel, who was like not that good, kind of irritated God by using all his stuff to have a party for his friends. That guy. So this is Darius Mede. He's also the guy who was kind enough to throw Daniel into the lion's den. So that kind of worked out well. So yeah, he's that guy. You might hear people talk about the Medo-Persian empires. They're the ones that took over from the Babylonian Empire, who themselves took over from the Assyrian Empire. And now basically God is going to take control of his kingdom again from all of them, because he's tired of seeing them use his stuff. So he's jealous for his land and his people. And it's because the period of punishment is over. And that's a lot of what goes on, is talked about in Zechariah. So now God is going to flex and take back his kingdom after 70 years of shenanigans at the hands of the Babylonians and the Medo-Persian Empire. So it's the promise of the kingdom, though. It's the promise of this kingdom. And this is important because we talk a lot about, what the people were expecting, when Jesus is talking about, I am, the Son of Man, or I am the Son of God, and like the kingdom is coming. What are they thinking about? Well, they're thinking about promises like this being made in Zechariah. And the promise being made here in chapter 7 is a promise of peace and long life, right? It's that not only are people going to be restored to land, but people are going to be born in the city, and they're going to grow up, and they're going to live long lives, right? To where like the same children that are playing in the streets, they're going to grow up and they're going to be the same old guys and girls that are just like, propping themselves up, walking out with their canes and sitting down and watching the kids play in the street, right? It's going to be this long period of long life and peacefulness. That's really kind of what their big hope was about what it meant to be in the kingdom, for God to restore his kingdom. The promise was that the people would be restored to the land. There would be fruitfulness, there would be peace, and there would be blessings. And he only asks a couple of things here, right? He says, these are the things that you shall do. Speak the truth to one another. Render in your gates judgments that are true, and make for peace. Do not devise evil in your hearts against one another. And love no false oath, for all these are things that I hate, says the Lord. That's all he asks. That's all he's wanting. So yeah, don't do those things. He really hates it. Anyway, that's the DBR for today. Get out, enjoy the day. We'll be back tomorrow. Talk to you later. Boop.